Joe with JC Model Creations here. Today I'm continuing my build of the NX-01 USS Enterprise from Star Trek Enterprise, the TV series. This is Captain Archer's Enterprise, and this is the final installment, my friends. We're going to paint, clear coat everything, work on the stand, and finalize the whole build. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, well, these are the remnants of what's left of the decals that were not used. So again, there's a lot of choices on this in this kit, and you can use the dark mirror Enterprise decals. You can use the refit decals, and of course, there's the Columbia, and then there's the NX-02, which is the refit. So we're going to put these aside, and we're at the end now. And basically, the last few things we're going to do now, I have the ship itself drying off. I have sprayed some of the duplicolor gloss clear all over it to make it shiny, so that the decals blend in with the hull itself. So right now the ship itself is in drying mode, and we'll bring it in the next section of this video. But now we're just going to focus on the stand, and of course the stand is a very easy put together. Now I will say this about the stand: I did have to shave a little bit around the edges here and really push this rod into it. It's a really tight fit, and to be honest, I don't even know if it went all the way into the little area that it's supposed to be in. So but it's good and tight right now. The only other thing you have to do now is just take this apart and put it together. So let's go ahead and unsnap this off. There you go. And this is the piece here that goes into your ship. It'll go right in the bottom there, and it should fit snugly. This piece allows you to kind of pose the ship. So basically the piece here with the round top goes onto is the first one to go onto the rod here. And then of course this will go onto here. And then that snaps on, and then of course the ship can be posed with this. It's a pretty tight fit, so you can pose it and angle it, and it'll stay that way. The ship is light enough to where it will stay that way. Now, if you're lighting this ship, you need a hollow rod, and they sell plenty of hollow brass rods at, I don't know, Home Depot, Lowe's, those kind of stores. This size here, you may need to get at a hobby shop though, like Hobby Lobby or a local hobby shop near you. They should have these hobby brass rods there. Okay. All right. So that's done. We're going to go on to the next step, and that's going to be applying the matte clear coat, the duplicolor matte clear coat onto the ship. So the next step here will be to do this, and this will basically tone down the clear coat on the outside of the ship and give those decals the painted on look. Okay, let's move on to the next section. Okay, everybody, we're back. We're done. We finished. We've gotten through the entire process from beginning to end on this ship. So we started out on the saucer section. We put all these pieces together, part one. We went into the little area in the back there, part two on the NX-01. Went to the nacelles here, part three. Put the nacelles on, part four. And we're at the final stage. But before we got to this part, we took a skip into our painting scheme and decals. And now that it's painted and decaled up, we can now put it on the actual stand. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the ship. And here she is in all her glory. As you can see here, the painting features are really nice. They blend very well, I think. All this gold area, titanium gold that was put on here on the corners and the bridge and all the little areas where we should have gold. The saucer, the saucer section also includes this radar sensor array that's in copper. Of course, all the masks using the Aztec dummy mask set. We painted copper rings. The warp nacelles are in red. All the decals showed up. Here's the little area where, you know, it's like a little landing area, it looks like. All the decals are really nice. Now, as you can tell, the ship was basically, there's a couple of layers of clear coat on this. So the first layer of clear coat will be a high gloss, extreme gloss finish clear coat. And the reason we do that is so that the decals, as you can see, all the little red lines here and the markings, even these decals here for the stripes and the doors here, that they blend in. You know, they're shiny, so you want a shiny finish with the decals so that they blend in with the ship. And so we, as I said before, we layered the ship in an extreme gloss first, let that cure and dry up. Then you put the decals on top of that, and then you sandwich in the decals with another layer of extreme gloss finish. And that seals in the decals. And then, you know, after you do that, you top it off with a matte clear coat so that it's not as shiny. So this duplicolor wheel matte clear coat is what you see right now, the finished product. So it still kind of glistens, but it's not as shiny as the other one. And here's the bottom side of this whole thing. And of course, you've got your NX-01 markings on each side here. You've got the striping areas, more gold. Obviously, the lights are painted red and green, the navigation lights. And of course, we've got some decals on the side here of the nacelle that we put on after one of those videos that we were indicating to you earlier. And so I am very, very happy. And so as you see here, the little opening here is where the stand will go. So let's go ahead and put her onto the stand. And that's a nice fit right there. And like I said earlier, the stand itself can be adjusted. So like if you want this to fit kind of at an angle, you angle the stand and you put it in. And obviously the ship will be angled up on your stand. So you've got multiple ways to display this ship, or multiple positions to display the ship in. So I'm really, really happy with this. I think it came out very, very beautifully. I understand it's, you know, of course it's not perfection, but art isn't perfection, right? I will give you one piece of advice when you are putting these coats of clear coat on. Please let them dry. Let them cure and dry before you put on the next coat. The reason I say that is if you do not let it dry, you're going to start seeing cracks in the paint. It'll look like dry mud, you know, when mud dries up and starts cracking all over the place. You're going to see that on your ship. So if you don't let the clear coat cure before you put on the matte clear coat, it'll crack up on you. So you don't want that to happen. Let it dry, okay? It's been my pleasure, and I hope yours, building this for your viewing pleasure. I'm going to continue building, and so please join us next week, and we'll start on the next project. Not sure what that's going to be yet, but we'll start on the next project soon. Like always, please don't forget to like and subscribe and share. And thank you so much for joining me. Okay, my friends, have a wonderful week.